Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. Welcome to another Speed Gaming Daily Race of Casual Boots. More on that in a moment. I am Lana Bean, joined on commentary today by Pixcalibur. How are you tonight?
Doing pretty good. I'm excited to see just a nice, pretty vanilla casual boots. Let's see what our runners will have in store for us today.
Exactly. And we also have Arteril and Maddie Walk Herd handling all the tracking today. Thank you very much. And on the restream, we have Surge, Powder Mario, Yonker's Wife, and Chefy. Pretty basic mode. Pix, why don't you go ahead and go over the slight definition of casual boots?
All right. Yeah, for those who not familiar, casual boots is basically just like the vanilla start. So you have to go through the escape sequence. You do start with boots. You will have a guaranteed sword from the uncle. You will see that in just a little bit. The first few minutes are just, you have to just go through the escape sequence, so let's just get through as fast as you can.
Pretty much. You have to get a few extra items going out of escape, but doesn't always happen. We'll see what the game put there. Oh, Surge having issues looting that chest.
So looking like, Wing Cells just red 20. Let's see, I don't think they'll be doing... Oh no, we got map check. Okay, so I got Red Crystal, Eastern, Red Pendant, Tower of Hera, and a regular Crystal and Desert.
I don't know about you, I prefer having all the pendants in Dark World, but at least 2 out of 3 isn't too bad. I guess 2 out of 3, yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see where the game puts a green pendant. It's probably Thieves Town.
Somewhere easy. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen all 3 pendants in the light world. I'm pretty sure there's been some seeds, but I've only seen 2.
That's not always happen, but when you get the 3 pendants in Light World, suddenly the Moon Pearl becomes kind of scary.
Yeah, I start thinking of like pedestal Moon Pearl. Although that really does restrict you because you can't really do anything in the Dark World without.
Not wrong. So it's going to be a little quiet here for the first parts of Escape. We not really a whole lot to talk about because, well, it's an Escape sync. Say, look, a full heart, yay!
Yeah, never gonna turn down some early health. Helps explore a little bit. Yeah, the front had the vanilla map, I think, and so just looking for that small key. Just in a couple more places is either gonna be in the cell or in the Dark Cross.
Yep, coming up inevitably next. It's always interesting to see how different runners handle the chain chomp or chain guard here. Some try to hit him with both pots, which is 2 hits. It's tempered damage. Some try a combination 1 pot hit, a few sword hits. I myself like just going in straight for 8 sword slashes, knocking him right in front of the door, and you got the big key. Fastest way possible. If you end up going there with a fighter sword, you could just knock him down there. But it's also the most it's the hardest to do, and you take a chance, especially if you got relatively low health.
Yeah, I think you have to kind of get close enough to the ball and chain guy so that it actually swings past you. I mean, the extra heart container might make the runners a little more bold. Extra hit always helps. If they're, otherwise you just take a couple extra seconds, just do the 2 pots. No issues with that.
Nope, not at all. It just depends on the comfort level, depends on the gear level. Lots of things can kind of turn you towards one strategy over another.
Yep.
But so far, nothing really out of Escape. We're going to get a guaranteed small key, and if, like you said, we got the map, that leaves 3 items for the rest of the entire Escape, plus the Sanctuary chest.
Yeah, gonna see if anything sways runners anywhere. But I would think they're probably just going to go towards CAC. You know, going to do bonk rocks, just kind of standard checks. And you might have someone maybe go into the South Shore early, possibly. You can see what they want to do.
Yeah, it depends on the bombs, really. I mean, if you get 3 bombs, you've got the gear. So I like that save and quit from maybe bonk rock, or even checking lumberjack and then going into the Lost Woods and save and quit before you go into town. That could always work too.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if they get enough money to just end up buying bombs anyway, so it doesn't take too much longer to do that. Okay, let's see in the back here.
Yorker's wife finds out that guard pack dropping 8 bombs.
Oh, that's okay. That's actually nice to know. So don't have to worry about bombs. She'll just you can go straight to the village after. The others might just do like the guaranteed drop outside the fortune teller. Might do that a couple times.
Now, finally, a little something out of the back of Escape. We got a red meringue and ether. Red meringue's not as bad. With fast ROM, it really doesn't cause all that much lag now.
But yeah, nothing that much. Just arrows in the back, so it's still not really given a whole lot to work with. Okay, getting some map checks to confirm.
Well, Yorker's going to be the only one leaving with bombs, so she's going to have just not much trouble just to go straight to CAC if she wants.
So nothing in bonk rocks, just one of those, one of 2 of those single rupees.
I do like this early play from Chef here. Could be checking the bushcraft, but overall, it's really good to check lumberjack early because any mode with the starting boots weighs a little more heavily on aga seeds. So good to know if there's just a required item and you don't have to wait as long as you normally do on aga or not.
Alright, so not gonna fight Aga for the lumberjack prize, just a piece of heart. So nothing there. Might still need it for Dark World access. Let's see, Blind's house. Okay, well there's some bombs there. More bombs in the Lost Woods drop down.
Well, not a lot going on in Kakariko so far, but it's early. Okay, what is the whale out for us tonight? $50.
Bombs, so at least that's not gonna be an issue. Oh, okay. Oh, now this stuff is starting to drop. Okay, that's some good stuff there. Lamp, hook shot, and a bottle. Well, that's a good place for a bottle. I'll just grab Sick Kid while they're at it.
Yeah, definitely good. Good start there. A lamp is a little bit troublesome. I do not like seeing a lamp in a casual boots early on. That's just rude. It's gonna give us a cape or another sword soon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, you're just hoping you don't see one of those 2 things. Okay.
Now, on the other hand, it could give us a bow and some of the easterns and things. So you never know.
Yeah, or a glove, a flute. Something that'd give us a little more mountain. Yeah, mountain. You just need some access to mountain. That'd give us all of East Death Mountain with that hook shot. Sick Kid. No, just more money. Okay, take us a little bit of life savings there. So yeah, it's a little early to tell which way the seed's going. Usually, if you end up seeing like say 3 or 4 swords, you get really worried about Aga at that point. And if they're giving you that much power to just plow through the tower.
Yeah.
Okay, risky nothing.
I'm almost tempted to go for Saha before South Shore at this point, but Mario is probably heading south.
Yeah, probably just going for maybe a little more density. Maybe could get a bow. I mean, if they get a bow, that would be a full clear of Eastern. I'm wondering if any of the runners will just take a quick Agina check, go out of the way for that, because so far there's not much dropping here.
Now, unlikely. It's not a bad play in my opinion. I mean, honestly, like going from the dam west or going from Mini Moldorm west towards Agina, not bad. And the money is not exactly pouring in, so holding on Ice Rod Cave for a little bit until maybe you go try and dig out a little more money wouldn't be bad.
Mm-hmm. I mean, unless like a 300 drops here or something. Okay, another heart container. That's not bad. Oh,
evil. Oh, we got a bowling ball. That's not bad. A bowling knight. Okay,
ooh,
hammer. Ooh,
okay,
that's good.
okay, that's almost the Dark World package. Almost just a glove short of that.
Yeah, let's see if Surge can pull a glove out of Saha's out here. All right, and what does Ice Rod Cave give us as well? Green pendant at Thieves Town. What I say?
You mentioned that right at the beginning. All right, Ice Rod Cave. Oh, there we go. Okay, that is your Dark World starter kit complete right there.
All right, the worries of Aga are now over. Aga is no longer a thing. Time to hit up Hyde Cave, looks like.
Okay, so that'll be a nice thing for remember later for the desert ledge was the ice rod, it looked like.
Which means TR pendant got you. All right.
Well, yeah, we saw 2 pendants. Oh no, 1 pendant now because Thieves has the green, so I guess we'll say the blue one's gonna be in TR at this point.
Probably. If the game gives you an early glimpse at an ice rod or an early ice rod in general, you're like, oh, all right, pendant TR, got you. If you don't see an ice rod for a few minutes and it's like, oh, okay, yeah, it's probably a crystal, it's fine.
And it's like we're surprised when it's the other way around. It's like, oh, you get early both rods, and oh, a TR is a crystal. Oh, okay, well.
Yeah, that doesn't happen. Sahabot, especially like evil. Looks like Power to Mario going up the mountain though before Dark World, so
I mean that's not unreasonable. That's it's gonna be interesting because that also ooh, hey, that's nice on the old man. We'll gladly take that gift.
well, you got a hookshot, you got hammer, and you do have access to Pendant Tower of Hero. The lamp guarantees logical access to the entire thing too.
Yeah, and the only thing missing would be the ether tablet, and you need a sword, another sword anyway. But that they probably might not care too much about that. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting to see. It might take this the whole way. And pendant, red pendant, tower hair.
We got Yorkers heading towards Agina, but I think we already saw, like you said, somebody over in that region. All right, Cheffy has Dark World, and we are going to Waterwalk. Okay. Power to Mario went and elected to go ahead and just say, I'm good with that glove. And Surge is doing the same thing as Cheffy here.
Ooh, well, the mountain's a good play today. Horrible
play. Horrible play.
And, okay, yeah, Gina had nothing, so...
Should have just stopped looting after the left chest. It was fine. It's like my shield radar is tingling. Just ignore the rest. It's fine.
So, yeah, the Cane of Samaria was in there. A cape was a nice safety. Ooh, bottle, 2 bottles in the ferry. Flipper's locked, so that's nice. Okay, Hobo with just some cash, a ledge. Okay, that's not enough to do anything with Zora. Yeah, the PTM, yeah, just gonna squeeze out all the value from the mountain here. We'll see what he wants to do after Spiral Cave here. He's gonna risk going into Pendant Hera. Okay, Surge and Sheffy gonna do another play, just gonna go into the Dark World with the starter package, and no, it's Pod for the Pendant.
Pod. No. Yeah, 5-6 over at Skull Woods. That's our other one.
Yeah, and a Pendant Pod, I'm not really a big fan of, because it's just like, it's one of those things that, well, you don't need much to access it, and you assume there's going to be something in there.
Oh, I love it. You just go in there as soon as you can. Game will provide. Hey, Master Sword, and yeah.
At least some of them have hype. Oh, hey, money. Okay, that's good.
There you go, Zora money, Pod money. Oh, looks what PDM is doing.
Ah, he's going to go the whole way. He's going to take this all the way to Pendant Hera here. I mean, this could pay off big here if it has... Oh, trying to think what it could have. Some kind of progression. Mirror would be nice. Oh! The mini Moldorms not being kind there.
Yeah, Yorker's wife taking a hug there. But these are 3 pretty friendly pendant dungeons, so logically, what do we need for pendant? We just need what? A bow and suddenly pedestals and logic?
Yeah, let me see. So Hera is full cleared. Thieves Town doesn't really need anything.
Well, hammer, technically, in most cases.
Yeah, they got hammer, luckily. So, and Pod is, just a bow. The digging game's not being too kind today, and that really was not worth it. Just a red 20 for that. Okay, now against the big warrant for PTM. Didn't count the items. I think I saw at least one item.
I only saw a compass. I'm not entirely sure. I was watching like Surge for a bit.
We're gonna see what PTM decides to do. Okay, there was at least 10 arrows. Okay, so that was one of the items. I don't know if we saw the item. Oh, okay. I'm pretty sure
gone.
PTM. He's got to go back in.
He's gone. He's gone.
Yeah,
oh, you're right.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, no, he's gonna go back in. Because the worst thing you'd want to find in the basement is like the mirror.
Okay, so Sahasrara just had 2 hard pieces and a single arrow of destiny. Oh, PTM is setting up a death warp for Spiral, I think.
Yeah, I think he really did Spiral. He might just be... I don't think he has anything left to do on the mountain.
Oh, maybe he... maybe he accidentally didn't get the invincibility frames.
Well, maybe he is setting up a... Well, yeah, he's put death warp here.
Or did he check Spec Rock?
Oh, we want to make sure... Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
PTM is in good shape now.
Oh, that is gonna change some stuff here. Now that's gonna... now he's kind of checking it backwards here. Okay, so nothing on the ledge.
Well, he's going back to East Death Mountain too. He's got the mitts. He's going to be able to do Hookshot Cave, Super Bunny.
Wow, so that's and Surge is going to should be doing the same thing.
Oh, or PTM is going to be doing Spike Cave.
I mean, well, it's actually in logic. It's got a green potion anyway, but Cape and Half Cost Magic is actually in full logic.
$20, congrats.
And okay, let's see.
Oh, shield number 3, Thieves Town, please.
So it looks like everybody's gonna be picking up the giant shield.
Oh my gosh. Maybe they'll just avoid Thieves Town. Everything's fine.
If it was in the back of Thieves, maybe, but not in the front of Thieves. Let's see. These shields are wanting to be found today. Just like, pretty much in the open.
All right, what do we get from Dark Death Mountain here on PTM side?
Okay, Yornker's wife also going into the mountain. Okay, so the island only had a $300 on it. Surge will be going to Hera, and I'm again going to assume just going to full clear. See that there's an item in the basement. You're just gonna go in there. There's no reason to leave.
I don't see a lot of people doing all of Hera. Like, too many people like skipping the basement. I like PTM's play. Being thorough is good. If you're going to invest time in Hera, just do it. But, like, a lot of people are just going to be like, oh, no, whatever. I'm gone.
Yeah, I think maybe the reasoning here... Now, if they had the mirror, that might be different. I think they might have actually just ditched the basement. Because you can get back to Hera pretty quickly. But here, it is just a long walk back. You have to go all the way around. And I have seen some seeds where the mirror was in that basement. So you have to go the long way.
Okay, we got more money out of Hookshot Cave. Now, what is the medallion requirement for Turtle Rock? I'm going to say either.
Oh, there we go. Yep. It was ether for TR. Well, they can actually... Oh, they can actually... No, they can't. Yeah, they can enter it, actually. They might be fire rod locked, but don't necessarily know that.
Once again, a big shout out to Matt Ewok Herd and Arturo handling the track and force. They're doing the difficult work. We got the easy job with the commentary. Y'all are the MVPs. Thank you very much.
Yeah, being able to track all this, especially when the items come in very quickly, you know, be able to keep up with all this.
Okay, time for Surge to make a decision here. Meanwhile, Sheffy is finishing up Pendant Thieves Town. I don't think I've seen much out of there. Maybe a shovel? And the worst item in the entire game.
Oh, that's not good.
Like I said, not everybody's going to do that.
Oh, yeah, that's... Oh boy, that's going to hurt. Because
you make a lot of sense, though. You go there, you just got to invest the time the rest of the way. It's a tough place to get back to.
Yeah, I generally see that type of skip a lot more when they have a mirror. You can just quickly get back up to Hera if they need to, but if you have to take the long walk, you're gonna just finish it off and be done with it. Because now, Surge is eventually going to have to just do that again, unless he finds the mirror.
I mean, Mitts lock you out of a lot. You're locked out of Turtle Rock, Mire, Ice Palace, but the game could give you access to every other dungeon.
Yeah, and if, let's see, the mirror is going to be hard required, so, I mean, if the mirror is Mitts locked, that's just not going to be good for Surge. Yeah, he's going to eventually have to get
that would be really good for Surge, because, honestly, the Mitts locks a lot, so the fewer things Surge find, the better, because if Mitts lock the rest of the seed, that's going to get him back to Hero faster.
Yeah, that's true. As long as he remembers that there's an item in the basement and didn't like miscount the items.
Yes, exactly. All right, looks like Yoinkers is trying to make a decision here, or...
Okay, first look into Skull Woods on Sheffy's side. Starting off with just a compass. And, well, I might want to take that, actually. It looked like that was Quake. Don't know what Mire is going to require.
I'm going to say Ether for Mire as well. Why not?
Or it could just be like Bombos. I have 2 out of 3, but you're missing the other one. Oh, there's the mirror. Okay, so that's not bad. That's an easy way back up to Hera. So the mirror in Skull Woods.
Couple extra checks. We still do need flippers for Mire, but we're almost there. Not Mire, pardon me, for a swamp.
And looking like Sheffy's just satisfied with that. I believe just one item.
Oh, there's the shovel. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. The chest game. So one item out of the Skull Woods. I don't think he looked at the big key chest. Okay, so getting some unique checks here. Let's see, King's Tomb on Sheffy's side. I don't think we've looked at that. Okay, nothing there. Oh, there's the big giant shield for PTM.
Evil.
Okay, just a small key in the big key chest. And Sheffy able to, with that mirror, can clear out this little quadrant, see what the ledge here has. And nope, nothing there.
There's that mirror for Surge.
Yeah, I think, okay, that'll make it easier for him. It's like, okay, well, if I run out of checks, I can easily get back to Hera Basement. Okay, Yoinker's wife going for the catfish check. Let's see if anything in this isolated corner. Nope, nothing there.
Alright, looks like PTM might just be betting on Pet at this point. I mean, it's not that there's a lot for you to do, but quick shooting over to 2 Pendant Dungeons.
Yeah, plus a green pendant, which that didn't have anything. Eventually someone's gonna eventually need to start dipping the pod eastern area, because I don't think anyone's dipped either dungeon yet. Because Pedestal could still have, it could have any amount of progression. It can have the flute, it can have flippers,
Fire Rod,
yeah.
Could have a mushroom or a book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the trade sequence, yeah, fetch quest. So a lot of potential for some trolling there. And at this point, nothing really new. I think runners are pretty much just running through each other's checks. So be a little bit until we see some new stuff. Probably could be like something like Pod Eastern or something that's gonna be like the new content.
Yeah, I think PTM's just trying to be able to do this to route in the south area. Maybe even check Graveyard Ledge, but route the south area, Hype Cave. I don't think PTM's done Hype Cave yet. Or, no, wait, there was a Sword in Hype Cave, yes. Maybe just trying to route it in with the green pendant with the Eastern Pod.
And yeah, potential Smith chain as well.
Oh yeah.
Has he done? Oh, he's done the pegs, but I don't think he's actually done the Smith chain itself yet.
No, not yet. You don't have a flute. It's hard to make it quick.
Actually, he needs to go into Skullwoods to get that mirror, actually.
Okay,
It's a lot less painful.
We've got runner number 2 that has to make the decision in Tower of Hera.
Yeah, now Sheffy has the trickier decision with that mirror. Let's see what he wants to do. And let's see. Now he's just gonna go back in. He's gonna go grab those mitts. Now he has the more typical decision if he were to ditch the basement, because you got the flute or you got the mirror, and it's like, okay, I can get back there in the hair quickly later on if I need to.
I don't think I've seen anybody turn in the green pennant yet, have we?
I don't think so. Let's see. Sheffy and PTM have cleared Thieves Town, but I don't think they've gone over. I don't think anybody's gone over to that eastern area. Like, maybe in the closet, but outside of that, nobody's gone back there.
We got PTM with a casual 31-minute Lost Woods check.
Imagine if that had been like the flute or something. It was like, whoops.
Oh my gosh.
I would have missed that for a little while.
All right, Serge, what's on the pyramid? Money!
Yeah, I think Yoinker's wife checked that already. It was like,
okay.
$100, I believe. See if Surge is probably going to be doing catfish. Let's see. Because that's also been checked. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because it's still running through each other's checks. I think really the next new thing is going to be Pod Eastern area. Because I'm trying to think what else. Nobody can access Swamp yet. No flippers.
Smith Chain, like you said.
Yeah, Smith Chain Desert, no access. Ice Palace, no, you don't have a fire source to get past the start.
Is this a new check from PTM?
No, that's been checked already. So King's Tomb, Graveyard Ledge, those have been checked already. Nobody's checked Zora yet. I don't think we've seen what Zora dropped, because nobody had money at the time.
Trying to set up the splash delete, didn't quite get it. And PTM setting up the diver down, well done.
Sheffy grabbing their big fancy shield.
I think that was 3 hundo on the ledge of Zora, so not much going in there.
Yeah, I think
Search, you don't have flippers.
Yeah, I don't think much on that ledge. I think that might have been, yeah, I thought it was like 50 rupees, but not much. But yeah, I think it's going to be a first Zora check. It'd be kind of funny if this was vanilla flippers. It's like, they just didn't have the money.
We got 2 fish checks at the same time. And they both stunk.
Oh, double scam. One just 20 rupees, the other one, very expensive heart piece.
All right, green pendant, Eastern Pod.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see who's gonna be the first one to take a dive over to that Pod Eastern area. Watch as like Pod has a bow in it or something. Wouldn't be too surprised at that one.
PTM picking up those 2 bottles that we saw a little bit earlier. But unlike the other runners, PTM is water walking there, so going to be a quick Zora check here. Yeah, 301 Zora Ledge. And we got our first runner, that's Surge, heading into Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, Surge into Pendant Pod. It looks like Sheffy might actually be taking a dip into, let's see, the Turtle Rock here. See if it's a Fire Rod locked or not.
I do like this play. You're up here. If you're going to get locked out, it'll probably be quick.
Yeah, it's... I mean, there's no fault on this, because, yeah, if you get locked out, it's a quick check. It doesn't take too long. But it's only if you get small keys and you have to keep running all the way down to the bottom. It can get a little annoying. But if you find, like, a fire run at the very end, hey...
or a flute.
Yeah.
Flute leading to fire out something. Green Pendant is Bombos.
Okay.
Ooh, that is interesting.
Okay, got the package there. Oh, that's a small key. Okay, so can keep going. And meanwhile, Surge into Pendant Pod and see if anything is in here. So, is this a lockout? Nope. Keep going on that one.
Okay, looks like Pod's got the Turtle Rock treatment going on. Here's the small key. Proceed if you wish. Alright, Chain Chomps, what do you have?
Yeah, this is going to have to be another small key to keep going. And what's in here? Oh, no, that's a lockout. Okay, so that's not a bad thing. That didn't take too long. So that's just more info. So, you know your fire rod locked at that point.
So, nothing but flippers and Pod, yeah?
It's like,
so the game wants you to get Bombos from TR to go into ice?
it's not in logic yet without those flippers, so it's not in strict logic.
That's what I'm saying, is if you find nothing but flippers in Pod.
Yeah, you're probably just taking that to... they would probably just take it to Swamp, even.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you don't have that knowledge.
And not uncommon, a Pod is just a bunch of keys, that's all it is.
Well, looks like Surge is either going to do a Bufferless Mimic Clip or maybe use one of those potions.
Okay, PTMs and looking like a Fire Rod was found. That looked like might have been K45. So, if they go around and do that Smith chain, you can wrap that around.
And nobody checked the K45? My gosh.
Yeah, Mirror was in Skullwood, so it's more of a matter when the PTM doing the Smith chain kind of the other way. I think Sheffy should be getting around to that K45 in just a bit.
And it looks like Smith giving us $20, meaning that we just had $10 profit there.
All right, Shovel check was empty. That's just a bunch of arrows.
Okay, PTM, where are you going, my friend? Oh, Skullbutts, okay. Then probably purple chest.
Okay, he's just gonna take that fire rod. He's gonna follow that into take the back of Skull Woods. Not sure if I've seen Pod have anything so far.
Wow, pod, please.
I'm wondering if there's an item on the boss and can't get to it. Otherwise, I think that was an empty pendant pod. That's ouch. Kind of surprised that Surge didn't just go into Eastern. You know, might as well just take a look in there.
Yeah, it wouldn't do any harm, except I guess Surge does have a lot more to do. But at the same time, it's like you're running out of options relatively quickly. And unfortunately for Surge, the hero basement check is pretty huge.
Yeah, that might end up being a last location at this rate.
Looks like Sheffy is going to turn in that purple chest for nothing. So Eastern Palace, anybody?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else is left because there's you don't have access to desert, swamp, Mire, TR was locked
Ice is out of logic, yeah.
Yeah, ice is out of logic. And it wouldn't, I'm not even sure what it would get you. I mean, it could get you like flute or bow. It's just not in logic.
All right, PTM giving us a new check though. Could it be Skullwoods? No.
All right, so second item in Skullwoods struck out. Trying to think of checks at this point. Are we really just down to Eastern at this point? I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
Yes, we are. That's it. Eastern's got probably flippers. But while everybody's going over kind of rinse, repeat content here, just a reminder to give these runners a follow. Links are in chat. Putting on a great show for us and putting their time on the line for our enjoyment. So huge thank you to Surge, PTM, Yunker's Wife, and Sheffy. While you're at it, give my Kokon Pixcalibur a follow, and our trackers, Artemal and Maddie Walk Herd, also doing a fantastic job.
And also don't forget to give Lana Bean a follow as well. Thanks for the co-commentary.
Likewise, my friend, always a pleasure.
All right, so PTM going for the out of logic ice. You see, he's just thinking, you know what? I don't care about flippers. You know, if I can get something in here, especially if I get a bow, that's just going to let me route in Pod Eastern more easily.
I don't see PTM putting off Pod Eastern too much longer. The biggest thing PTM can hope for is that there's flippers in Eastern, and then you're going to sequence break up both, and suddenly you're single dipping both Eastern and Pod. You're pulling Ped eventually.
Yeah, I mean, if it's even needed, but if you've got all three pendants, you may as well pull it if you're not in go mode. Let's see, so far I don't think anything in ice. Okay, York is worth grabbing their bombos.
Ooh, Surge, a little bit of danger there. Putting that half magic to good use. Yonker's Wife deciding on things.
Okay, well, we'll take that. Temper Sword, that's a nice constellation prize. I'll make the Cold Stare a lot easier.
Yeah, not a bad thing to find.
And then, yeah, so in the chat, it's like, well, Green Pendant, yeah, we don't know what Mire is yet. I mean, it could still be Bombos, so we don't know what, we don't even have access to that.
Except PTM.
To Mire, I don't think anyone has a flute yet.
Oh, yeah, okay. I thought you were talking about Bombos. Yoinkers and PTM have Bombos. I get what you're talking about, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Do we find all 3 items in ice? I know I saw at least 2. Not sure if I saw the 3rd item yet.
Unsure. I don't know. Did PTM go to Ice Tea?
I don't believe so. He might be banking on this 3rd item here, if that's the case. Okay, that's a good bailout right there. So there's the 3rd item. Outside of a sword, nothing in ice outside of that sword.
Yeah, gotta be flippers in Eastern at this point, or maybe a bow. I guess could be a bow.
Yeah, I think all we know something has to be in Eastern. So it could be a bow, it could be flippers. Actually, well, more if Turtle Rock is accessible. Oh boy.
Flute is possible.
So Eastern could have nothing, actually.
That's true, actually. Yeah, TR, I didn't think about that. Oh my gosh.
Yes, Zora was checked that at just a piece of heart. Well, this seed's gonna get trolly if you're forced to go back into Turtle Rock to get progression.
Surge about to pick up that fire rod. And PTM, as expected, heading into the pod area. Eastern probably after that. And if no light there, well, TR is the only thing PTM pretty much has at that point.
A nice moth fight on Yoinker's wife's end.
Well done. That is a crystal #1 for Yoinker's wife.
And I don't know if anyone did the right side of pod, like the Bullock side.
Yeah, we got a potion glitch, I think, on right side pod.
Okay, so there's nothing there then. Nothing that.
Nothing exciting. Pod was in fact pretty empty, if I remember right.
Yeah, I think it was just like a maybe heart container of just money, and then Helmasaur has an item on top of it, I believe.
Predictions coming in from Artero, one of our trackers. Like an Eastern Palace has a bow and Turtle Rock has the flute.
Okay, at least that's 2 separate paths of progression. I mean, imagine Eastern with nothing. TR, let's say TR has the mushroom, and then it gives you the ice rod, and you have to go back to TR and get the, say, like Trinex with a bow or something. That's gonna get pretty evil at that point. That's just back and forth, like minutes of running around.
All right, we got Cheffy making the same play as PTM. Sequence breaking into Ice Palace. Gonna get a sword, that's about it.
Definitely not going to turn it down, but it's not going to help in terms of progression here. Oh yeah, Chad. Yeah, the ice rod was on the desert ledge, so that's it would have to be like mushroom into like book or flute to give you that access to the ice rod.
Looks like Yoinkers is making the Death Mountain play. We'll see if she elects to do Hera and the Hera Basement. Ooh, Surge almost gets grabbed by the hand. The Wall Master, not quite though. And Yoinkers is gone. See you, Death Mountain. No Tower of Hero.
Ooh, okay, well. You're eventually gonna get funneled back there at some point.
She could be the first one in the Eastern Palace. Or just another one in the pot. PTM, I'm guessing is about to mirror.
No, you're right. We have Eastern play here. So I thought she was maybe going to go into pod first, but no, you're gonna first dip into Eastern Palace and see maybe Answer is here this whole time, and and PTM same thing. So a couple people into Eastern. I mean, PTM might be close to out of spots outside of Turtle Rock at this point.
Okay, nothing feels worse than something important being in first check Eastern. Just 10 bombs. But it still feels so bad. You put off Eastern for so long, you dip in there, and then it's like, oh look, my insert important item into check 1 at Eastern Palace is just so... it's rotten.
Especially with boots, it doesn't take too long to get to the checks here. Let's see, second... Okay, that's nothing there. Oh man, if this is nothing, this is going to be rotten. And I don't think, Pyramid Fairy's not even an option. I believe Eastern is the other red crystal.
Okay, game. Insert flippers here. Boop, boop, boop. Or, flute. Flute or flippers. Starts with an F, it's fine. Or it's just going to be a big key chest.
Money.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, gotta go to the big key chest now. There's nowhere else to go. Oh my gosh, I'm worried that this is going to be nothing. And it's like, well, that's a trip back to... Well, I don't think PTM's been into TR, so it's going to be just pretty much a full dip outside of clearing Trinex.
Yeah, I think Sheffy is the only one bending the Turtle Rock so far. But now has the Fire Rod, so knows that option is available.
Oh boy, that's brutal. Eastern with nothing. Wowzers. Okay. The seed is not being very nice now. I was kind of getting worried about when I realized that, oh wait a minute, they got Fire Rod, they got Turtle Rock as an option, and this might be what's gonna happen here.
At this point, I'm pretty sure, like you said, I think that's our only option. Sheffy, yeah, still no flippers.
Now we start thinking, how bad can the seed... Okay, so what can TR have in it that's bad? Maybe it just has just the mushroom. And then you're gonna have to move that. Basically force the double dip TR. You're gonna have to come back there with that ice rod. Maybe flute on Trinex or something.
Yeah, guys, still no book. Or not book, no flippers. Everybody, no flippers. Anyway, I think the worst thing you can find in Turtle Rock at this point is probably the book.
Let's see, book would Okay, that would give. Well, they would probably search Ether tablet first.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Definitely get that out of the way. But yeah, Bombo's tablet, desert.
That's it. I guess you could check pet at that point if you really want.
Yeah, get some intel on that. Mushroom is also not gonna be that good. That's just good for one check.
And you don't have a flute to get to there quickly, so you have to start at Link's house and then Fake Flipper, and then it's disgusting.
Or even like if it goes like mushroom into powder, that's terrible because you can't even do fake powder. You don't have the mushroom.
Okay, PTM's gonna give us our answer. Pix, we're gonna get our answer.
Let's see. So what do I guess we need anyone in chat to see take some guesses what you think is going to be in Turtle Rock? Because I think at this point something has to be in here because I don't think there's anything else nowhere else to look.
Well, we do know we get locked out of here pretty quickly, but after Chain Chomp's full heart container, we don't know what's beyond that. Probably more keys and eventually Laser Bridge, but we'll see.
Let's see some guesses here. So the right side is probably going to have like big key, small key. Well, it has to have at least a small key for sure. Could have two small keys. Mimic Cave needs to be checked as well. Let's see. Yeah, the worst thing would probably be like a fetch quest item. Like the only thing you get out of Turtle Rock is a fetch quest.
Book would be just horrible. At this point, we know that TR is a mandatory double dip. It's just for what? We know the flute is going to be gotten. We do know the book may or may not be gotten. We know that there's a ice rod on Desert Ledge, but oh my gosh, like that would be worst, right? I mean, the game gives you a book on Laser Bridge to go get the ice rod off of Desert Ledge to come all the way back up to beat Trinex for your flute.
Or let's see, you got a book. Yeah, you get book, you get ice rod. Trinex has mushroom, goes into powder, and then Magic Bat has like the bow or something. Let's see how painful can the seed get in terms of trolling.
Looks like everybody electing to go ahead and just go beat Ice Palace before Flippers. And Yoinker's wife is in Tower of Hera. I don't know if she has much of a choice but to do the basement.
Yeah, I think checks are running short for her, so this may not be too much of a decision here. It's just you got to do it.
Just listen carefully, everybody. When Yoinker's wife gets the item from Trollder, you could probably hear her cry from her house, or a big sigh. Like everybody did, getting the small key off of Trollder. Maybe the second item won't be on the basement, and I could just sigh.
The seed is being just a bit on the trolley side here now. Yeah, okay, got that small key. What is she gonna do? I would think you may as well just do the basement while you're up here.
I think Surge is a little bit confused. You're a basement, Surge. That's all you got.
I'm hoping he didn't mark off that as completed, because that's going to be really bad. Okay, so Yoinker's wife will be getting those mitts. That's good.
But Surge is looking mighty confused, I think. Surge may have written off Hera.
Yeah, that is really not going to be good here. Alright, so first look into Mimic Cave here. We got here is that's the wrong blue item. Whoops. Oh my gosh, is it really just gonna be Laser Bridge just having everything on it today?
I already told you.
Oh no, there's your flute. Okay, well,
Oh,
I'm
okay.
surprised.
PTM leaving. Ooh, you're so close to Laser Bridge.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would have committed all the way to Laser Bridge at this point.
Well, I guess, okay, I see PTM, where they're coming from. That's their ice rod, right? You're just going to take one trip to Laser Bridge and call it good.
Yeah, that's fair.
You could probably go take care of Desert. You could probably take care, in fact, you can take care of Desert and Mire. If you don't get anything there, you're just going right back up to Turtle Rock anyway. Whereas if you get a bow, then suddenly that's Pod, and you're back up to Turtle Rock to go mode the rest of it, or at least just go to Laser Bridge.
Yeah, I mean, had that been the book, I think he might have done the same thing because, again, you get the ice rod. You have to go back there anyway. So, I mean, may as well just clear out the whole Mire area. Just be done with it. And if, maybe you get a bow here. Maybe you get flippers here. And, deal with the back of Turtle Rock later.
And was Thieves Town required? Indirectly, no. Green Penetrating was Bombos. Bombos is not needed. I was hoping for double ether. Looks like it's Quake. So we just had like a reverse order TR Mire, right? I mean, TR is usually
yes.
Quake, I think, right?
Yeah, it's Ether Quake. Mire TR is, Ether Quake. So now we just have Quake Ether.
Oh, Yoinkers. I think she may be going into Turtle Rock as well.
Yeah, she, just got mitts. You may as well just run up as many checks as you can get on the mountain area. So, including, she's probably just gonna, get the flute. Probably just run. She might leave, but she might just run all the way to Laser Bridge to see what's there.
Oh, Surge. Surge, unfortunately, had to toss in the towel. Did forget, I think, about Hero Basement, marked it off, maybe.
Yeah, I think maybe marked he got both items when the basement had the other item. And it happens. Yeah, it's one of those, like, dead-end checks there. It's easy to just write it off, and it just happens to be, like, the one item that is going to get you.
We'll see if we can get Surge in here for an interview if they're interested. Alright, but it looks like Yonker's wife elected not to go ahead and go into Turtle Rock, so not gonna get that flute for a bit, and is electing just like everybody else. Yeah, let's go to Ice Palace.
Yeah, everybody wanted to sequence break Ice Palace. Now, this would honestly be a lot more useful if Swamp was a pendant that, not required, but in this case, you're going to need those flippers at some point.
Exactly. You're sequence breaking flippers. You know they can't be an Ice Palace. Why aren't you going to, like, Swamp, or not Swamp, pardon me, Turtle Rock or something? I don't know. Oh, look, a bow.
Okay. That's gonna change things a little bit here.
Alright, well, we need what? Just
Flippers, I think.
flippers for, oh, yeah.
So PTM is going to take out the entire rest of the Mire area afterwards. The Mire Shed, Checkerboard Cave, Desert. Might as well take all of that out. Gonna get that Ice Rod.
Surge is in chat. GG Surge. Hero Basement had your mitts, my friend.
Yeah, the Hero Base was just one of those things. You just don't want to go there, and it's very easy to miscount items and forgot there's an item in the basement. Yeah, I mean, in this case, it's not even in a good spot. You had to go all the way around the back. I mean, unless you did Skull Wood to get that the mirror earlier, it made it faster to get up there. But otherwise, I think most people went all the way around.
And otherwise, the next piece of progression is Turtle Rock for your flutes to get the mire for your bow, and that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, this scene's being just a little bit trolly here, and really, yeah, K45 with that fire rod, so you gotta take that along.
So, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that was a finish with my thought there.
Well, the worst thing for PTM right now is that Pedestal just opened up, but you got Desert to clear up, you got the rest of Eastern, you got the rest of Pod, and then it's a Pedestal pull, right?
Trying to see if he's even gonna consider a head pull at this point.
Did we get both items out of Mire?
I don't know. We just got the bow. Okay, looks like we did get the other item out. So okay. Oh no, there is an item in a cutscene chest. Oh, if that's the case, yeah, that's last location.
Pedestal ball before cutscene. Let's go.
Oh no, okay, we got both items out of Mire. Okay, so that's fine. So we don't care about the cutscene chest. Probably the trolliest thing for PTM would be like Laser Bridge with the flippers. You gotta go back there anyway, so it's not the biggest deal. Probably would have to be like book into some fetch quest to get flippers.
It's a mail upgrade in Desert. I was not keeping track. I don't know if we got any other items in there.
Yeah, I don't know what... I didn't see what the map chest had.
Alright, Sheffy does get that flute. Is electing to go ahead and proceed to Laser Bridge.
Okay, just the small key. Okay, that's fine. So the big chest, we don't know. I think PTM's gonna wager on Landmola having the other item.
Makes sense.
Well, it's time to see if Laser Bridge has something. Yeah, because if it has flippers, could be a little bit inconvenient for PTM. It's gonna have to climb the mountain again after clearing swamp.
Alright, looks like last item will be in the big chest. Meanwhile, what's on Laser Bridge? And flippers!
Oh no, that way.
Alright, well, it's kind of good, kind of bad for Sheffy because, well, you gotta go to Mire Big Chest for your go mode at this point. Alright, we are in no mode, everybody.
So basically, TR basically had the... Oh, there's the other bow. Okay, so both bows in the Mire area.
Apparently you do not need the bow and Mire, you just go to Mire Shed.
But I think in PTM's case would have gone the bow anyway, since you're still short flippers. You're gonna get the big chest. Oh boy. Well,
and the book.
It's flute locked, mirror locked book. Okay, well, yeah, thanks for that one.
So Sheffy may be the first into go mode momentarily. Most people do like to go and loot Mire Shed before going into the dungeon, so Gonna be able to go mode both Mire and Desert for what it's worth. And PTM looks like they may be gambling on possibly Pedestal, depending on what they do after Pod. Or Eastern, I should say. You don't go up this way to do just Eastern. You go this way to mirror, do Eastern, find nothing, do pod, and then do Pulpit. Right, 109.24. Sheffy's in go mode. Technically needs the ice rod, but you know, sorry.
Yeah, it's right there. Yeah, yeah. I'm not thinking. Probably not going to get silvers. Got Tempered Sword. That's good enough. Yeah, so Sheffy should be able to just start rushing dungeons at this point. We'll be able to clear TR last, and then just rush to GT after that. PTM is going to have to go back there, clear out TR, and then do Swamp and take another climb up the mountain at the end.
It's hard to decide who's technically in the lead at this point, because ETM looks like they're possibly just taking this whole thing to Pedestal, which is going to give a lot of time to Sheffy here, and Sheffy, meanwhile, is finishing up with Desert. Going to go right to Mire, beat Mire. Go to Eastern, beat Eastern. And go to Turtle Rock, finish that up, going to GT. And like you said, PTM's not in a great position there.
Yeah, because Sheffy can just rush Swamp. Doesn't need anything. Literally can just go in and out. Don't need to get anything in from there. And I think that even opens up Pyramid for PTM, so that's gonna be a little bit more time lost right there.
Potentially. I mean, you've got Laser Bridge left, you know you could beat TR, but there's not a whole lot left there. Yeah, we're going for the ped play for PTM.
Yeah, he might be trying to do TR last and then go straight into GT after, but that's unfortunately not going to be the case here.
It's unfortunate. Could have been in go mode in the same position as Sheffy. Instead, leaves after that flute. Oh my gosh.
I mean, we can't fault the decision. You got easily could have had flippers and take Mire area or something. It's just in this case, just happened to be in a spot that's not going to be very good to get back to. In chat, Silvers, well, with a Tempered Sword, I think Silvers might get maybe a minute or so. Most of these runners could probably do at least doubles, if not triples, on with Ganon. Phase 4 is there. Half-cost magic. Magic's not an issue. So, but I think Silvers might get maybe a minute at most. So that's just not that much time.
Okay, looks like PTM just finishing off Helmasaur King. Do you imagine they'll go straight to just pulling ped, not even going to read it?
Yeah, let's see. Let's see. We just get the blind ped pull. Yeah, so Pendant Pod today is a complete bust in itself. It just even Helmasaur just had bombs, so that's not too common. You see Pendant Pod completely wiping out.
Evil, evil, evil game. Putting us so close to pedestal. Oh yeah, we're just going straight for the pole. We put in the work, let's pull the ped.
Nope, just nothing on the pedestal.
Like an extension of what we just found in Pod.
Respect for the blind pull.
Okay, little Zoinkers, no. You do need that quake.
Yeah, Yorker's wife eventually gonna realize we funneled back into... Have to get into Turtle Rock there. Alright, so gonna get a Bombo's tablet check. Guess we'll see what these out-of-the-way checks have here. Sheffy, meanwhile, cleaning up Vitreous. Nothing on Bombo's tablet.
Alright, it's off to a go mode Misery Meyer. Finish off Turtle Rock and GT time.
Let's see, PTM might be doing Pyramid Fairy, I'm gonna guess. Sheffy, let's see, you've got Eastern and Swamp. Let's see what you're gonna go after first, looking like Swamp. Yeah, just gonna rush that out. Alright, we're gonna get a check and do Pyramid Fairy. Anything in here? Oh, hey, the other armor, that's fine.
For everything the game has made us do, the runners don't have a lot of health per se.
Yeah, I was kind of noting that. There's not a lot of hearts, and only recently just starting to pick up armor upgrades. Actually, only PTM's picked up armor. Blue Mail was... trying to remember where...
Desert, I think, right side?
Oh yeah, Desert right side, yeah, the big key chest, yeah. Okay, well, let's see if PTM will make his way back into Turtle Rock. Maybe realizing you might just have to just clear it out. You know, just get through Laser Bridge and clear it out here.
They're last locating it. I mean, I don't think there is anything else for PTM to do other than go to Laser Bridge. And unfortunately, like you said earlier, the extra climb up GT and the extra checks are not GT up TR and the extra gosh darn it, the extra climbs up the mountain and the extra checks you've done because you haven't done Laser Bridge are just, it's tough.
And Sheffy taking that little quick detour on the waterfall chest, finding powder. That's actually a nice safety to have for the top of GT, especially with no armor. Get your health back. So are we seeing like maybe GT having like 5 or 6 heart containers or something? Because it's just, or yeah, it's a runners are barely having a second line of hearts here.
Now, with what we've seen PTM clear, GT's gonna have a bunch of health. Oh, could be Swamp too. We'll just never know.
Sheffy just rushing straight into Eastern. The big key, luckily, is just on the way, so it will not need to deal with the big key chest.
I think Sheffy already went into Eastern, I believe.
Oh, let me see. We can see. Yeah, I think probably already cleared out everything. So it's just rushing the back at this point. Yeah, he's been here. Yeah, so I see the big chest open there.
And there's go mode for PTM 121.25.
Alright, so just forget the last chest, just move on, just go take out Trinex. Last chest only having the Cane of Burna, so that's not a big deal.
Alright, PTM with the first takedown of Trinex. Unfortunately, does have to go back and take care of Swamp Palace. Meanwhile, Sheffy just has to finish off Eastern, go mode the rest of TR, and it's off to GT.
Yeah, we're gonna see how close this is going to get here. Sheffy looking to have maybe a couple minutes up here in terms of when they get the GT. Kind of have to see. And Yoinku's wife getting the flute, and we'll be taking that all the way to the back. We'll be picking up those flippers.
Yep, she'll just have to go to Meyershed for go mode at this point.
Okay, Yoinkers were picking up flippers, and we get that cane of Berna looking like. Yes, okay, picking up the cane. At least we're seeing a laser bridge done, I guess, the vanilla game's intended way.
This could be still PTM's race here. It's going to be possibly a little bit of a lead for Sheffy, but Silvers could make a bit of a difference and GT routing.
Yeah, this is actually going to be pretty close because Sheffy doesn't have any armor, no silvers, so it may have to take it a little bit more carefully, whereas PTM has pretty much all the safeties. I mean, this could just come down to one person going left, one person going right, and whoever finds that big key first.
While Power to Mario has done pretty much a full clear, it's been pretty darn efficient, so it's definitely helped with the routing. Okay, technically Power to Mario first 1 to 7 crystals, but I think we'll start a little game right now. Excalibur, why don't you just tell people what we want them to do?
Alright, so in Ganon's Tower, got the big key. We're going to be searching for that, and there are 22 checks in the basement, and they have access to all those checks, so we got putting your numbers in 1 through 22 where you think that big key is going to be. We're going to go off probably by the first person who gets in the GT. Looking, actually, I may not be able to tell who's going to get the GT first at this point, but whoever gets in there first will we'll count from there.
It'll be Sheffy, but not by a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, not too much time left, so just keep putting in those numbers.
Links are in chat just a bit above, but a huge reminder. Thank you to everybody, Surge, PTM, Sheffy, and Yorker's Way for volunteering for Restream, putting on a fantastic show. And my co-comp Excalibur and the trackers, Arturo and Mediwalk Hurt, also doing a great job tonight. Thank you all.
And also thanks to Lana Bean as well for the commentary.
Always so fun to do them with you. But
yeah, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure here. Yeah, this is only maybe like 15 seconds or something. That's not even that much.
Yeah.
Okay, so Sheffy in first. We'll count from his position. Let's see. So number 1. Okay, small key. That's fine. Ooh, okay. Now, if there's a small key on the right, this is going to be interesting.
It could be just the time Sheffy needs to go ahead and climb.
Oh, there is a small key, so he's going to keep going. Okay, so left side. Oh, there's one heart container. Another heart container. Hey, the other green rupee. And PTM is going to be gambling on the tile room. Wow, this is going to be interesting.
Not many people go for this sort of gamble. Rewarded with a compass. Ooh.
Yeah, that was a bit of a time sink. I mean, had that been the big key, that would have been probably game at that point. Okay, this is, I think, 8 through 11, 8, 9, 10. No, there's your mushroom. No, nothing on the right side. I'm still thinking those silver arrows might actually come into play here. This might still be close enough that you're gonna have to factor that in.
I think it's a thing.
Alright, so going through 14 through 17 next.
We have a winner. And we have a winner guesser.
So yeah, that was 14 for the big key, so looking like more guy 84 with the exact guess of 14. Congratulations.
GG's to you. You win our utmost respect and rando seeds for life, courtesy of ALTTPR.com, which you know because you're a winner. I'm pretty sure. All right, now comes the big difference here. PTM's got a bow and 2 armor upgrades on Sheffy here, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, PTM looking like about 30 seconds behind right now. Now, let's say if the other sword is at the top, that might actually help Sheffy a little bit to get through phase 1 and 2, because you don't want to be struggling and then get hit by a bunch of bats. That's just going to shave away health very quickly. Now, Yoinka's wife did pick up the bow from Meyer itself, so she'll probably be picking up silvers. Alright, those silvers might start making a difference here, because I think PTM is chopping that deficit down a little bit. It looks like about 20 seconds, so this is going to be really close.
Yeah, it looks like it may just come down to a Ganon fight. Maybe a Troll Durham fall or two. We'll see. I don't think Yoinker's wife looted. No, she's got arrows. What? Okay, so Yoinker's wife isn't Goma, but she was deciding to go and just swing at Biddy, I guess.
Yeah, she got the bow from Meyer itself, so she hasn't done Meyer Shed.
I wonder if she checks that. Okay, time that could be made up or lost here. Aga 2 fight. Aganometry.
See how kind the patterns are here. Okay, that's pretty good from Sheffy.
Triple double.
Yeah, this is gonna be really close here. Oh boy. Let's see if these silvers actually might be the clutch here. And on that tile room play, I mean, had PTM not done the tile room play, I think he'd probably be up here. That would have saved at least a minute, 90 seconds or so.
Close to. And PTM elected to go and just cape it up. Get your swings in. No chances. Just do it.
Yeah, I definitely want to get the 1-1. Oh, this is going to be really close here. Yeah, those silvers are probably going to make a difference here.
I think so. PTM. I think we got a comeback coming up. One spin down. 2 spins down. 10 to go. Meanwhile, PTM already a quarter of the way there. 2 arrows, 2 more to go on PTM side. 1 more. Oh my gosh, everybody, get your GGs in chat for PTM taking the first place on Restream if you can cross that bridge. And there it is. PTM does take first place on Restream and 4th overall with a time of 137.54. And we're going to wait on other times until Sheffy finishes here.
Yeah, Sheffy should just be a little bit behind here. Should almost be done.
Oh no, running out of magic and time. Meanwhile, we have PTM joining us in chat. Just give us a second, though. Sheffy did finish off Ganon. Get your GG's in chat for Sheffy as well. We have in the booth here, PTM joining us. GG's TM.
Thank you, thank you.
So, how about that laser bridge?
Yeah, the big one, huh?
Yeah.
I got that flute, and I said, well, I've got that whole corner of desert, I'll probably find the flippers there. I should have finished. That was the right move to finish. When you're 2 from go and you don't know which one's on Laser Bridge, you should just do it.
It's a decision. It's kind of like Hero Basement in the Seed. Some people did it, some people did not.
Yeah, how did the basement play out? Because I figured that was like a woo. That was seemed like that was pretty significant to full clear mountain when I could.
I want to say Sheffy was the first in the stream to do it, but then did other things with the myths, and then you were basically just kind of being very thorough. And once you went up to Hera, finally, you did fully do it. So and then I think Yoinker's wife just never went to Hera. Surge, on the other hand, decided to do Hera, beat it early, and then mismarked the tracker. So unfortunately, did not know about the Hera item.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, I think here in your cases, I felt it was a little easier to just full clear Hera basement because you had no mirror and figuring, well, it's gonna be like a 2-3 minute run back up if like the basement has mirror by some chance. You're not gonna want to run back up there. Figure just take the extra minute, just clear out that basement and just be done with it.
Can't blame anybody for doing what they did. Like, the only thing we questioned in the entire race was that Pix and I were both like, oh, wait, did PTM just leave Laser Bridge? Yeah, they're gone. They're gone.
Yep. Yep. And then once, 3 from go, right? Bow, Ice Rod, and Flippers, having none of those items in hand. Yeah, definitely do Laser Bridge. But then when I got the Ice Rod and Bow, I felt vindicated because I'm like, okay, well, I know I'm clearing the desert. I got these 2 items. Man, imagine if, the Flippers is somehow locked behind Bow, which was both bows were locked behind Flute. That would have been a sick chain to get Flippers. So that's why I made sure to clear Helmasaur so I can get the pedestal. And of course, none of it turned out that way.
Well, and what we initially thought was, okay, we don't mind this play too much simply because we thought you were simply going to, where Ice Red is, you're going to do that, you're going to do Desert, you're going to do Mire area. We thought if you weren't going to get Flippers, you're just going right back to Turtle Rock. Not so much.
Yeah.
But honestly, can't blame you. Can't blame you. It's a decision, and frankly, it's a reasonable one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I kind of first thought maybe Turtle Rock. Eventually, I think you checked everything else. You were last location in the Turtle Rock doing that. I kind of thought it was going to have like some fetch quest item, and then you'd have to say like a mushroom or something, and you have to go get one item and then go back to eventually go back to Turtle Rock, beat Trinix to get another item. I thought it was going to make the runners just kind of go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it very well could have been a seed where it forces you to go to Turtle Rock to pick up your Flute just to get that Ice Rod, just to get Bow or Flippers on Trinix. And that was the only thing that could have, obviously if you see the top 2 times in the seed, I think that was the only thing at that point that could have saved maybe a top finish was a nasty have to go back.
Yeah, the 121 flat, 122 flat, and then 133 flat. Tells us that the top couple runners pretty much got that Fire Rod, went up Dark Death Mountain, and kind of dipped that their first time then and just didn't leave, I think.
And Arya probably didn't do Tile Room right. Probably did full left.
Yeah, we'd have to ask him. I don't know.
Doesn't look like Sheffy's gonna join.
GG's to Sheffy, though.
Yeah.
Let's get some of these times, though. We've got Katie Rikawa finishing first place overall, 121 flat. Koi finishing second, 122 flat. Arya Stark finishing third, with a 133 flat, which is really funny. First 121, second 122, third 133. Then we have PTM finishing in fourth, 137.54. Sheffy right behind, 138.41. And since then, Great Annie Bob, 140.49. We have Child with 141.43. TJ Maelstrom, 141.54. And still a couple of runners in progress.
Yeah, looked like quite a lot of DNFs on this one, and probably a lot of it by Hera Basement, the TR Logic, probably some of that tossed a few people off here.
Yeah, when you get that that Dark World access after going to South Shore and the bottom right corner of the map, you're like, okay, well, what do I do now? You kind of have you have a bit of a split choice on your hands, and I think probably half of us did Mountain, half of us didn't. And those DNFs, yeah, I feel that pain.
And Pixcalibur and I were just so surprised at the lack of anything in Pod.
Yeah, I mean, there was 6 items potentially in that corner. I was hoping for a bow to be there. Even an out of logic bow would have been nice, just to be able to wrap that part up. And oh well.
Yeah, I think for a while we were thinking like running out of checks, like Pod Eastern, or probably has to have something, and it turns out I don't think either dungeon, besides the crystal, that was about it in Eastern.
Eastern and Pod were empty. I want to say Thieves' Town was empty. And frankly, I think the only dungeon with required progression was, I think, Tower of Pharaoh with the mitts, and then Skullwoods with a mirror. I don't think there was anything else technically required in any other. Oh, I guess Turtle Rock, of course, with the flute, and then flippers.
Yeah, and then Meyer had a bow, but Meyer's Shed also had another bow, so technically didn't need to get the Meyer bow. I think the top 2 runners, I want to say they put off doing the mountain for a while. They probably did Skull Woods, and then got Fire Rod, and then ran up to the mountain, because that would just let them pretty much full run everything. But that's kind of hard to do, though.
Where was your mirror? Wasn't that in Hookshot Cave?
Skull Woods.
Oh, it wasn't. Yeah. Thank you. Yep, you're right. I think it was it Pot Prison? I think it was in Pot Prison. Yeah, that makes sense.
Probably just ran all the ground checks and then went up the mountain. And
they probably just started Skullwoods and went south, found that fire rod. I'm like, okay, I'm going back.
Right. It's they probably even just dipped for 4 Thieves and just went, nah, I'm good. The Seed was begging you to go to all these dungeons, and yet only some of them are required.
Yeah,
We're thinking for well. Sorry, guys.
I think most of them were just, you could just rush in and out for the most part.
Okie dokie. Well, everyone keep watching SG. It's getting late for me, so I need to head out. But thanks, Lana. Thanks, Pix. And who we got tracking? I didn't even see.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second. We got Artero and Maddie Walk Herd handling the tracking. They're both ducked out of the Discord here, but they are watching from chat. So definitely GG's to them. And of course, GG's to you. Thank you for joining us tonight, and greatly appreciate it.
Absolutely. You all take care of yourselves. See you later, Speed Gamers.
All right, and that was Power to Mario joining us from the race. GG's to them again. Came in 4th place today. Not a bad place, really, to finish in this tough of a seed. Oh, Yoinkers.
Oh boy, yeah.
And back to the front of Turtle Rock. You got this, Yoinkers.
Yeah, Trinex will be a bit rough if the fight gets out of hand and you can't quite get the shot in there, and kind of can lose control of the fight a little bit.
That's all it takes. I mean, you got blue mail, but with only 13 hearts, that's a few hits.
Yeah, unfortunately, the armor doesn't quite scale to, like, half and quarter damage. In this case, it's only a fraction reduction.
Fingering those pokies of the bombos, never a bad idea.
I mean, you picked up the bombos, you might as well give it some use. And if it's not to enter any dungeons, but this is good for clearing out a lot of these more annoying rooms. I kind of wonder if she might actually go for the safety exit. Let's see if she wants to go for that, or maybe just take another run at Trinex.
Yeah, she's going straight for the Trinex. And just a reminder, reminder for everybody as well. We do have another race coming up tomorrow. 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. We do have Influkeys. No channel assigned yet. So stay tuned for that race tomorrow. Again, 3 o'clock Eastern. We have our open weekly, 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And then next week's races are already decided. We do have a day off on Monday for New Year's Day, so no daily then. Tuesday the 2nd, we do have a pedestal seat. Wednesday the 3rd, Randomizer with Chaos Boss Shuffle. Thursday, cross keys. Friday, casual boots. And of course, our open weekly next Sunday at 5:30.
Alright, so that's a nice variety of more common seeds, and then some of the a little bit less common ones.
Good fight from Yoinker's wife, taking down Trinex, going to GT.
Yeah, getting a good rematch fight there. Alright, so that's all her crystals, so scaling up the tower. Yeah, I think in large part the seed was not very kind with armor and hearts. I think we still have a few hearts and heart containers in GT, and armor was completely backed up because I believe you had to go through Turtle Rock just to get the stuff needed to get those armor upgrades.
Yeah, it was all blocked off quite a bit. Like initially we were thinking, hey, there's an early-ish pedestal seed possible, and then the game just buried the heck out of those bows.
Yeah, because it's not too common to see like a desert just locked off this long. We just had no access to it for the longest time, and then finally getting a TR flute, and of course the book is locked behind the flute technically.
Yeah, just hanging out on checkerboard. Something HMG runners get pretty quickly, but not so much for these players.
Because I'm just looking at the inventory to see what did we not find. Looks like we never found the bug net. No, we did find the bug net. And the PTM found it somewhere. I don't remember where he found that. I think no, Sheffy actually also found it, so it must have been somewhere towards the end. Looked like a bottle. The fourth bottle's unknown.
Yeah, other than that, I think just about everything was found.
Yeah, so yeah, fourth bottle and other sword actually. That's probably in swamp at this point. It's probably just hanging out there. Left side swamp.
Maddie Walker had confirmed Super Bunny had our bug net.
Yeah, I think it depends on the tracker. If it's like say casual boots, they'll probably have a space for the net. But I think if it's like key sanity or something, then they don't have the net on the tracker or something like that.
That's correct, yeah. Key sanity tracker, less room for items, so unfortunately the fillet does take a backseat.
Alright, so Yoinku's wife starting to climb up.
Time to climb. Yoker's wife gonna be finishing up here before too long.
Yeah, let's see if she gets some of the chest at the top. I know we saw at least the colored block room. I think was just 5 rupees, and then Moldorm 2 room was just another heart container, I believe. I don't know if we checked the first 2 chests and on the floor. Because other than that, there's not that many checks left in the game that weren't looked at. I think the whole overworld was checked. And dungeon-wise, it might have just been Swamp Palace that wasn't checked, and then the basement of GT. I believe Hobo was checked. I know at least one person checked that. I think that was just money. It was like 50 rupees or something.
Yeah, I think everybody checked the man under the bridge. There's just everyone didn't want to do some things, and like when you do the flipper checks, I think people just like when they did the fake flipper stuff. I think it was water walking that people pretty much did it then. See, if you just avoid Thieves Town, you can have your level 2 shield eaten and never touch Thieves Town. It's fine.
It's like you got the pretty early shields, and once we found all 3 of them, it's like, oh well, they're gonna get the big fancy ones. That's not gonna get eaten. You might as well try to use it for something. Logical laser bridge, at least.
And a cape for logic, it's fine. Who needs a shield?
Yeah, cape, half cost magic, is good enough. Okay, so the sword was not at the top. It's either in GT, the deep basement, or somewhere in swamp.
Left side swamp always. Game is evil.
Left side swamp. Let's do it.
Goldrum just having none of it. Yoker's wife getting bullied off the edges here.
Yeah, maybe time to pull out the cape there.
There we go. Good job.
Hey, good save there.
Another full heart at validation. Well done.
I don't know if we ever found the Sank heart. I didn't pay attention to that one.
I wonder if Ganon will tell her specifically if he's gonna say something like Dark World, or if it'll be, did you find Silvers in a shed? And then Yonkers will be like, criminy.
Yeah, I don't know how. I think he might just say Dark World. I don't think they're that specific not in this in the like a normal setting. I know, like in other modes, that it probably just spells it exactly where it is. Nice corner spins right there to just fly through phase 2. And yeah, I didn't realize. Dark World. Ganon was pretty kind there. I didn't see any teleports at all.
No, I think after this scene, Ganon was very tired, exhausted from the bad item placement. So I was like, you know what? I'm done teleporting. It's fine.
Yeah, so he just said Dark World, so it's not really gonna know where. I mean, probably could figure out it's probably Myers Shed. Didn't have. Maybe she didn't do Smith Chain, so that would still be an option.
I don't know how much else she had. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Get your GGs in chat, everybody. We got Yorka's Wife finishing 3rd place on Restream and 10th overall at a time of 2:06:22. GG's to Yoinker's Wife finishing off this special scene.
Yeah, it's kind of trolly in its own ways, but yeah, you managed to kind of push through, get to the end there.
All right, let's see if we can get Yorka's Wife in here for a... Oh, yeah, Yorka's Wife, try and refresh the page and click join until it lets you. Otherwise, we'll try some stuff. I think I DM'd her a link. We'll see if she can follow that.
Yeah, there we go. Got Yoinker's Wife in the chat. GG's.
GG, thank you. I'm sorry I kept you so long.
Hey, you did great. Don't worry about it. Hashtag not last, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people didn't even finish the seed. I mean, it got trolly in a few places, but you stuck it out to the end. It was like there was a few points I just bottlenecked everyone, and people
That
got stuck
flute
on
had
the
to have
spots.
been one of them, all except for Kaede and Koi.
Yeah, flute, the mitts probably got a few people. Hair basement mitts. Yeah, I think the top 2 runners, I think what they did was did the ground first. Got mirror, fire rod, and then ran up the mountain. Just took everything out of there.
Yeah, Kaede's comment specifically is huge mirror into Fire Rod into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Because that
Well,
really
I know.
minimizes.
Well, I know Koi has a policy that if he goes up the mountain and he can open Turtle Rock and get into it, he goes in. So I know the flute didn't trip him up. But yeah, I was like everywhere except Turtle Rock going, where's my progression?
It's just way beyond everything you want to go to, right? It's like Powder Mario went into Turtle Rock, got the flute and left.
Yeah, and when I found that flute, I almost did leave, but then I was like, I am not gonna come up here for anything else. I better check it now because I will forfeit before I do that.
Yeah, good thing you did, because just beyond there is flow flippers, and it's like, oh, that the
Yeah.
last thing you want to do is make another climb up the mountain just for that.
So, Yoinkers, you didn't check Meyer Shed, my friend.
No, I
Yeah,
was I found that bow somewhere. Where did I find that bow?
Meyer Big Chest.
Yeah.
You got the bow out of Meyer Big Chest, and it's like, well, you're in go mode at that point. You might not check the Shire, the shed, check the Meyer shed, and then the checkerboard cave had the book just for extra
Oh
stuff.
my. So I'm take it that's where my silvers were.
Maybe.
Yeah, the Meyer shed. But yeah, both bows were right next to each other, both flute locked. Uh,
Oh yeah, yeah. I was looking at my tracker, going, "What do I need for go mode? What do I need for go?" And then every time I would try to figure out what I needed for go mode, I'd like end up walking into something I didn't want to walk into, and I was like, "Wait a minute, I don't want to go here."
I mean,
I was just literally wandering tonight. I don't know why.
Because that's what the seed wanted.
start trolling everybody. Yeah, I think everybody fake flippered Ice Palace. It's like you figure you might as well go in there and see if maybe you could sneak some other progression. But nope, the seed didn't
Nope.
take chances at that. It just gave you a sword, which is fine, but that's not progression.
I'm just glad I didn't have to do Master Sword Silverless Ganon tonight. Because all I had was a green potion.
Yeah, at that point, I think when you got the bow, if you had only Master Sword, I think you would have continued doing more checks. I don't think you would have just rushed. You would have cleared out Meyer, get everything out of there, and then.
I might have checked Meyer Shed if I hadn't gotten. Or, well, no, I got the sword. Yeah, if I hadn't gotten the sword, I might have checked Meyer Shed, but I pretty much would only have checked things on the way because I can do Master Sword Silverless Ganon. It's just takes me a couple of tries. I'm getting better though.
I mean, yeah, that's just not fun to do. It's a slug to have to grind through all that.
Well, all in all, 10th place, I'll take it. Top 10.
There you go. And you did fantastic, honestly. The seed with what it gave you, you had some tough decisions to make, but you didn't leave Meyer, or you didn't leave Hera Basement. You didn't leave Turtle Rock. You made the right calls.
Yeah, except the one where I did everything overworld except Turtle Rock before going to Turtle.
Yeah, I think a few others did the same thing. I think PTM ran into that the last location. Did everything else, and eventually just got pushed into Turtle Rock and just had to start clearing out everything there. So you want to do all the easy stuff first, and then that's not the case here.
And Sheffy did Turtle Rock before fighting the Fire Rod, so whoops.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, goodness.
Well, it's getting late for everybody. Any last minute thoughts from you, Yoinkers 5, before I start closing out here? Sorry for the interruption. Go ahead.
Well, I would say I'm going to sacrifice this seed on an altar to the pagan gods, just so that they never throw anything like this at me again. And remember, everybody, you're the reason that somebody smiles every day. Today it was me.
Well, GG's to you, Yoinkers 5. You did fantastic. All right, gonna get some links in chat, everybody. One last reminder, don't forget to give these runners a follow. They all put a great show for us tonight. Doing the button. And while you're at it, give my co-com Excalibur a follow, and our trackers, Arteril and Mediwalk Herd, all doing a fantastic job on this interesting race. That was just a rude seed, but gosh, it was a fantastic doing comms with you as always, Pix. Why don't you go and take us out here and give us the final words here?
All right, again, just going to repeat what Lana Beat said. Yeah, thanks to our runners on stream, Surge, PTM, Sheffy, and Yoinker's wife, giving us a good show on this. Yeah, this rather interesting trolley seed. Thanks to Lana Bean for the co-coms. Pleasure going through this hectic seed here. Artaro and Mighty Warkherd, thanks again for the tracking. Had to pretty much fill up most of the tracker here, so big respect to our trackers keeping us all up to speed on things. And in the SG2 chat, thanks for kind of hanging there the whole time and giving us our the feedback, keeping us up to speed and anything we might have missed. So should be about done tonight. We got the next up tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern, is the Influ Keys daily. So I guess we'll see what that will entail. So if you're around there at that time, you can watch whenever it gets the channel up and see what that race is about. But again, this is Excalibur. We'll see you guys later in the next race.
All right, everybody.